This is the story of a young man who was said to have lodged into a hotel in Ile Ife, only to mysteriously disappear barely 8 hours after lodging there. After so many days of searching for this young man, and after the hotel owner kept denying that the young man was ever there, the body of this long-lost man was said to have been found buried behind the same hotel he had lodged into. Is this the case of a ritual killing, or is this just a total misunderstanding? This particular story is currently unfolding. It is a very recent case that is still being investigated, so there is a chance that some of these information contained in this video might change in the future. But if you follow me, subscribe and turn on your notification, I will be sure to update you on this case. But so far, this is what we know about the disappearance of Timothy Adegoke Oludare. Timothy was a master's student of Obafemi Awolowo in Ile Ife, Osun State. He left his home in Abuja on the 5th of November and arrived at Ile Ife that same day. He lodged into Hilton Hotels and Resorts, and when he got there, he called his wife, who was in Abuja, to let her know that he had just arrived and had lodged at a hotel. But what he didn't say was the name of the hotel he had lodged in. Apparently, this isn't Timothy's first time at Hilton Hotels. The previous months in October, where he had exams, he would lodge at this same hotel. They said he had been there 2 times already in the past, and in these 2 times that he was there, he stayed for at least 3 days each. And so he wasn't new to this hotel. He was a regular customer to this hotel. Staff members, even probably the owner of this hotel, might have been familiar with him. And so clearly that might be the reason why he trusted the hotel, which is why he came back for the 3rd time to lodge at this hotel. However, this time around, it seemed Timothy ran out of luck. The next day, on the 6th, the day of his exams, his wife, who was in Abuja, tried to call him to greet him and wish him luck for his exams, but she couldn't get a hold of him. His phone was ringing, but no one was picking up. She might have thought maybe he had had an early morning class, or he had to go and write the exam earlier than planned, and so she didn't think too much of it at the time, but she kept on calling. She even had to wait for the time frame of the exam to be over before she continued calling. And throughout the 6th, the wife of Timothy kept calling and no one was speaking. It was at this point, towards the end of the day, that she felt something bad must have happened. She called relatives and friends who lived around that area to go check up on her husband in his school at the Obafemi Awolowo University there. Remember, she didn't know the hotel he lodged at. If not, she would have asked them to go and check the hotel. So she only knew the school, and that was where she asked her relative to go and check if he had come there to write his exams. And when the relative got to the school to check if Timothy was there or if he had come there to write his exams, they discovered that his name was not on the attendance list, which meant that Timothy never showed up for his exams. Immediately, these friends and relative rushed to the police and reported that Timothy was missing. Instantly, the police began to call every hotel in the area. Even friends and family were also going from one hotel to the other to ask if anybody by the name of Timothy Adegoke Oludare had lodged there in their hotel. For every hotel the police would call, and for every hotel these friends and family would go, they would be told that nobody with that name lodged there. It is even believed that during the search for Timothy, they went to the Hilton Hotel where he had actually lodged to ask after him, but the owners and the workers said that they didn't see him. For about 3 days, they kept looking for this man in every hotel in Osun State, and this was because his wife wasn't sure of the hotel he had lodged. However, on the 10th of November, the wife stumbled upon a digital bank receipt that stated that he had paid money to lodge at Hilton Hotels in Ile Ife. Instantly, she took it to the police, who marched to Hilton Hotels, and on getting to Hilton Hotels, they met the owner, Chief Rahman Adegoke Adedoyin. Ironically, Chief Rahman and Timothy seems to have the same middle name or surname, which is Adegoke. It's unclear if they are related, but for the purpose of not mistaking their names, we will avoid the middle name. Chief Rahman is a well-known businessman in Ile Ife. Adding to owning the Hilton Hotels and Resorts, he is also the owner of Oduduwa University and also a polytechnic in Osun State there. So this man is loaded. It was also said that he came from a royal family, which means that this man is well known and well respected. He has hands in so many things in Osun State. But when the police came to his hotel to ask him if Timothy had come there to lodge, the man directly said no, that no one by that name had come there to lodge. He even mentioned that he had been asked already previously and he had told them. What he didn't know this time was that the police have gotten receipt evidence to prove that Timothy had actually lodged there. So when this man said that nobody like that had come to the hotel to lodge, he was backed up by his employees. Every other person who worked there said the same thing. The police immediately traced the phone number that was attached to the account number Timothy had paid the money to, and when they traced the number, they discovered that the owner of that phone number was at that hotel, and it turned out to be a female staff by the name of Adedeji Tobiloba Adesola. She was immediately arrested and taken to the station, where she admitted collecting the sum of 37,000 naira from Timothy and giving him a room with the number 307. Her confession led to the arrest of 6 other staff members of the hotel, including an Islamic cleric who was not in Ile Ife at the time, so they didn't catch the Islamic cleric there when they went to arrest the other staff members. He had gone to a place called Ejigbo in Osun State. And what is ironic is that when they traced Timothy's phone number during the earlier times of the investigation, the phone number was traced to Ejigbo, the same place where this supposed Islamic cleric was said to have run to at the time the police had come to the hotel to arrest everyone else. Could it be that this Islamic cleric carried his phone all the way to Ejigbo, or is this some kind of coincidence? As the police made progress in their investigation, Mr. Rahman instantly sent 3 lawyers down to the state capital to begin fighting the battle of sabotage that was soon to befall him. It was almost as if he was scared of something. At this time, they had not arrested him. They had only arrested members of his staff in his hotel. So I guess he was afraid of something, which was why he sent the lawyers to the stations to start finding a way to take control of the situation. Unfortunately for Mr. Rahman, through confessions made by various staff members that had been arrested, Mr. Timothy's body was exhumed from a shallow grave where it had been buried in a place that was not far from the hotel. So after they found Timothy's body, the police came directly for Mr. Rahman and placed him under arrest. The question now is, what happened to Timothy? Was he murdered? Is this a case of ritual killing? Did all members of his hotel staff have a hand in his death? Who killed him and why was he killed? And who buried him in a shallow grave near the hotel? There is so many unanswered questions at this point in time. And like I've said before, this is an ongoing case and the police are currently running an investigation. Hopefully within the week, we would expect an update. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay following. So whenever there is an update, I will let you know. Because honestly, I personally would like to know what happened to Timothy the night he lodged at Hilton Hotels in Ile Ife. According to Timothy's brother, an autopsy is being conducted to know the cause of his death, which is something a lot of us are awaiting, and I think the police are also awaiting the result of that autopsy to conclude their investigation. But it was soon revealed by so many people who have learned about this Timothy story that there is something sinister about the Hilton Hotels, as well as the owner, Mr. Rahman. People are saying that this is not the first time someone had died at the Hilton Hotels. It is being rumored that over 6 to 7 people have died in this same hotel in the past, which is making many people tag this man, Mr. Rahman, to be a ritualist. But could this all be just a mere coincidence and misunderstanding? Or do you think that there is so much more to it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for future stories and more updates.